Hey guys, we just went to Walt Disney World for our vacation, and while we were there, we went to the El Encompass restaurant, which replaced the Captain's Grille at the Yacht Club resort. So we're going to tell you about our experience there. I'll say up front some ups and downs, but it is a new restaurant. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's fairly new, so there's always some kinks, I think, to get out in the beginning.
Want to talk about the decor first?
Yeah. The decor was kind of interesting. So we went for breakfast, and to me, for breakfast, it was really dark. The decor, it's very elegant, very beautiful, but it felt like something you would go to in the evening.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, more of an evening feel to it.
Because we actually walked by one other day it's actually lunchtime, and there was a lot of people in there dressed up. I guess maybe there's no convention there, is there? Is there a convention center there?
There might be, I'm not sure.
But they're all dressed up, and
there must be a convention.
So
or something.
it fits like an elegant lunch and dinner, but for breakfast, it was like way too
for a quick
dark.
theme park breakfast. It seemed dark. Decor. I don't mean dark lighting. I just mean the decor was dark. However, I will say I felt like the tables were spaced fairly nicely.
They were.
Because before when we were there, we felt like sometimes we were sitting right on top of people back when it was Captain's Grille. This time, a table got seated right next to us, and it was full, and it didn't feel crowded. Like, I didn't feel like they were sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So you want to talk about the service next?
Well, still with the decor, I guess should mention if you're sensitive to smells.
Oh, that's a good point. Really good point. This is actually probably the reason I won't go back there. I don't know why you couldn't smell it when it was Captain's Grill, unless it's because they had the buffet and that
I think it's because the food was
overpowered.
It's out in the open.
But if you're not familiar with the Yacht Beach Club, in their lobbies, they have a perfume. It's just a fragrance they have all the time, and most people love it. But I have really severe allergies, and I do not love it. Not only that, I don't want to smell perfume when I'm eating my food. It like he said, it even bothered him, and he doesn't have allergies. So that's a consideration. For some reason, now that they've changed it, the perfume from the lobby was definitely coming into the restaurant.
All right, so I guess the food, no longer is there a all-you-can-eat. That was sad because we really did love the Captain Grille's all-you-can-eat.
They had a great breakfast buffet that he was talking about.
It was a good price, too.
It was a great price. It was around $22 or so. So it was a very good value. And you could also order a la carte, but they had a fantastic breakfast. At least we thought so. We really enjoyed it. So they do not have the buffet anymore, and so you order off menu. And this would be the next thing I guess we weren't crazy about. The menu options for both of us were limited, but to be fair, we both have dietary restrictions. I can't eat gluten.
It was a bit diverse, I would say, because they had the vegan bowl, the protein bowl with tofu.
Yep.
Which you normally wouldn't see something like that at Disney World, of course.
Right, and Brian's a pescetarian, so he only eats seafood but no other meat.
It was odd, no seafood at all, except for the smoked salmon on the menu.
And that's odd mostly because that's sort of their theme for lunch and dinner. They're more seafood heavy, so he was really surprised not to see some type of seafood. Like, for example, at the Wave, he got a rock shrimp omelet.
That was really good.
And so he was surprised not to see at least one thing like that on this menu. So his options were very limited. Would you have two choices? Do you remember?
Of course, the vegan dish, which I was I probably should have got that. Actually, I probably would have enjoyed that more. And the roasted vegetable omelet, which I got. Everything else came with meat. And, of course, you can get it without the meat, but it just feels like you're paying, of course, for the meat.
For something you're not eating. So here's the funny part. We actually ended up getting the same thing. The menu they have a separate menu for food allergies, and I'll try to put that up right here while we're talking. I'll try to put both menus up. I'll put the one up while he's talking and then this one up. But it was, for gluten, it was really limited. I want to say there were only 2, maybe 3 options. I can't remember for sure off the top of my head, but it was very, very limited. I could basically get sort of like an all-American breakfast, sort of like the bounty platter that you get at quick service restaurants. And I didn't want that because you can get that anywhere on property.
But
if I'm going to do a sit-down, I'm sure it's higher quality.
Totally
higher quality. But I just didn't want that because you can get it all over the place. It's not something unique. So they had a vegetable frittata, and that's what I got. So he ordered a vegetable omelet. We got exactly the same thing when it came out. Like,
it definitely was not an omelet, it was a frittata.
His was a frittata. So that was kind of funny.
I don't know if that was maybe a mistake. Maybe they got confused. I don't know.
We don't know. We'll never know. So if you go and you get an omelet and it's not a frittata, let us know in the comments below, because we'd love to know if that was a mistake or what. But we got the identical food. And we also ordered a side of a potato hash.
That was good.
And so to review the food, the potato hash was the highlight. It was so good.
It was a mix of sweet potato
and regular. And it had some fresh herbs in it. It was so good. I would love to have the recipe for that. It was really tasty. And then the frittata was good. It was just a frittata. There was just nothing
it wasn't anything
special. There was no special sauce on it. Yeah. You know, nothing to make it different. It was just a frittata.
And also, the chef did offer you the gluten-free Mickey waffles.
He did, and that was not on the menu. So if you want Mickey waffles, do ask. Do ask for a chef. So what did you think of your frittata?
It was good. I mean, but we both said it's not, like we said, it's nothing special. It wouldn't bring us back.
Right.
It was unfortunate they didn't have like something with seafood, because that probably would have brought me back.
Yeah, something unique. Yeah. I was kind of surprised about that. But I mean, maybe they're trying to serve more of just a generic, you know what I mean? Like, especially if, like you said, there's a convention center there or something. Maybe they're just trying to have normal, regular stuff there. I don't know. The service I thought was outstanding, and I even think our server was fairly new for a couple of reasons. The only thing she did that was a little scary was she did, I told her I was gluten-free, and she said, oh, I recommend this, and pointed to something on the allergy menu, but it wasn't for people who are gluten-free. It was for people with some other allergy. I can't remember what, and it had gluten in it. So that was a little scary.
She was good, though.
But she was so nice. She was very sweet, and she was attentive without being pestery. Like, to me, she was the perfect balance of checking in. And our food took a really, really long time to come out, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because mine was gluten-free, but it didn't look like they even changed the recipe. Like, yours looked the same. So we don't know what happened, because we saw people all around us get their food before us that came in after us. I don't know what happened, but she was so nice about coming back and saying it's still coming. Like, we didn't even have to ask her. She would come and give us updates on it and stuff. She's just really good, I thought. And then when they brought all the stuff out, several people delivered our food. Remember, we had like 3 people bring our food out. So they did it sort of not synchronized, but I mean, made sure we got all of our stuff at the same time.
And I think if you eat meat and you didn't have any kind of allergy restriction, the menu probably is pretty good.
Pretty diverse,
I did see some like chorizo dishes, you know, which is a little unusual.
Well, I think there was, I want to say there was a steak and eggs or something like that. Again, we'll post the menu. And I actually wanted that, but for whatever reason, it wasn't gluten-free, and the chef didn't offer to make it gluten-free, which I was kind of surprised. And so that would be another dish, if you're a meat eater, that I think would probably be good. Yeah. Anything else that we didn't talk about?
Maybe just mention the lounge next door. We never did come at a time when it was open. Well, actually, during lunch, I think it was open. I don't know. Can't remember.
I don't remember.
But it looked really cool.
It looks like a really nice lounge.
It's actually separate from the restaurant, which is nice, you know.
It is. Yeah, I would definitely like to check that out. Like, when we stay at Beach Club next, maybe we can pop over there sometime and check that out. So, overall, even though we've mentioned several negatives, I feel like most people would enjoy this. I think our negatives are due to our food restrictions and also due to the perfume, which again I'm sensitive to. I think those were the 2 biggest negatives. I think anyone that doesn't have food allergies and other allergies would be fine. And I'm not saying it's the best on property. I think there's better. Honestly, I like the Wave better.
Yeah.
And I'd say they're comparable in price.
Yep.
The prices were pretty good. I will say that. The prices were not bad. It's just a little bit more than quick service. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't complain about that from a Disney perspective.
So you definitely can't go wrong. It's a solid breakfast. So.
Yeah. I'd say it's definitely, I would put it middle of the road for me.
Yeah.
You know, not bad, not great, just middle of the road. So I hope this has helped those of you who are planning to go and trying to decide if you'd like to eat there. As always, we appreciate subscribes, likes, shares, and comments. Until our next adventure.